These are some of the major news items coming out of Jamaica for Wednesday, the 7th of April.
Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
9 additional COVID-19 fatalities with 72 new cases being recorded. For the first time in a while, Jamaica has recorded below triple digits in new COVID-19 cases. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that the country recorded 72 new infections on Tuesday, moving the tally to 41,400. Of the total cases, 22,033 are active. Some 37 of the new cases are women and 35 are men, with ages ranging from 4 months to 92 years. Meanwhile, 9 additional fatalities were recorded, pushing the tally to 631. Among the latest fatalities are a 47-year-old man from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 62-year-old man from St. Mary, a 56-year-old male from St. James, a 55-year-old male from Westmoreland, a 98-year-old woman from Clarendon, an 87-year-old male from Westmoreland, a 73-year-old male from St. James, an 80-year-old man from Clarendon, and an 84-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew. Kingston and St. Andrew dominate the new cases, with 36 being recorded, followed by St. Catherine with 11, and then St. James with 6. A total of 391 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 36.1%. In the meantime, there were no new recoveries, keeping the figure at 18,444. Some 417 persons are in hospital, with 42 being moderately ill and 37 critically ill. 22 persons are in government quarantine, while 26,759 are at home. Nearly 44,000 people in Jamaica vaccinated against COVID-19. Some 43,944 Jamaicans have been given their first dose of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine as of Tuesday, the 6th of April. The figure represents about 2% of the targeted population 4 weeks into Jamaica's vaccination program. This was revealed by Dr. Melody Ennis, Director of Family Services in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Each person requires 2 doses of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine to be fully vaccinated. Detectives assigned to the St. James Police Division are probing the murder of a female taxi operator who was gunned down on the job on Tuesday evening. The dead woman has been identified as Tamara Higgins, who was of a Springmount, St. James address. Reports are that shortly after 6 p.m., Higgins was plying the Montego Bay to Springmount route in the western Jamaican parish when she was stopped to let off a passenger along the Tucker Main Road. She was pounced upon and shot multiple times by a gunman who exited the vehicle. She was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. A number of 9mm spent shells were found at the scene. Continuing with the same story, it is being alleged that gang involvement could have been the cause of the female driver's demise. The police say the taxi woman's alleged involvement with a gang may have resulted in her death. According to the head of the Area 1 Police, Assistant Commissioner Clifford Chambers, the 25-year-old taxi driver's alleged involvement with a feuding gang is one of the 2 leads being followed by detectives. According to the police, the gunman was posing as a passenger. The police say one of the passengers said to a male, "Ask Higgins for a stop." Higgins complied and stopped the vehicle. The police say the man then told Higgins he had personal items in the trunk which he needed assistance to get. Reports are the man asked Higgins to open the trunk of the vehicle. Upon opening the trunk, the man then opened fire, hitting her. The police have confirmed that no one else was injured. Now, for a follow-up on the St. Elizabeth woman found dead with her throat slashed. Detectives attached to the Lacovia police station in St. Elizabeth have commenced an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the murder of a housekeeper whose body was discovered on Tuesday morning at her home with her neck partially severed. The deceased woman has been identified as 38-year-old Natisha Waite, otherwise called Nancy, of a Bug Lane in Burton district, also in Burn Savannah. According to reports from the police, Waite went missing on Sunday afternoon, and attempts by her relatives to contact her via her cell phone proved futile as it rang without answer. Worried that something had gone wrong, one of her sons and another relative went to her house on Tuesday about 7 a.m. The son peeped through a window, only to discover his mother lying in a pool of blood on the floor with her throat slashed. The police discovered signs of a struggle inside the house. It also appears that she might have been sexually molested. Meanwhile, residents theorize that Waite's attackers use a bucket to gain access through a window to the house. They say they want the police to quickly bring her killers to justice. Waite is the second woman to be found dead in St. Elizabeth over the past few days after going missing. On Sunday, 78-year-old Joycelyn Gordon of Breadnut Walk District was discovered dead near a pineapple field after she went missing from her home on the 14th of March. Investigators believe the elderly woman, whose decomposed body was discovered clad in a dress but without underwear, might have been sexually assaulted. A woman who was shot in her face on Tuesday by armed men who reportedly attempted to rob and abduct her is now conscious after undergoing emergency surgery in hospital. She did the surgery last night. The bullet flew through her jaw and she is now recovering. Her eyes are open. We're just thankful she's alive. The gunmen tried to kidnap her and she fought them, and they shot her in the face. The place ran away, a source said. Reports are that about 6 p.m., the woman was walking along Merivale Avenue in St. Andrew when she was approached by the gunmen in a car. A man who noticed what was happening attempted to intervene, but the gunmen opened fire, hitting him and the woman. The gunmen then fled the scene with the woman's belongings. An alarm was raised and the police called to the scene. The man and the woman were taken to hospital for treatment. The condition of the man is not known at the time of this publication. Kibli charged with Niagara Square murder in St. James. 34-year-old Fabian Morris, otherwise called Kibli, was on Tuesday charged with the murder of a man in Niagara Square in St. James. His court date is yet to be finalized. The incident happened on Friday the 5th of February, during which 35-year-old Marvin Holness, a farmer of Niagara in St. James, was killed. The police reported about 9:30 p.m. Morris and the now deceased were among patrons at a bar when an argument developed between them. Morris reportedly brandished a gun and fired several shots, hitting Holness in the upper body. An investigation was launched and Morris was held and taken into custody during a police operation on Monday, the 29th of March. He was later charged on Tuesday, April 6th. Police arrest brother of slain suspect in disappearance of Clarendon teacher. The police have now arrested the 23-year-old brother of the slain suspect in the disappearance of missing Clarendon teacher Natalie Dawkins. 2 other men were also taken into custody as persons of interest. On Saturday, 20-year-old Jeff Bedward was killed in a shootout with the police in Belfield, St. Catherine. His accomplice escaped. Since then, the security forces have been searching the hilly terrain of Brownshall, Bellasgate and Connors in search of the fleeing suspect. The police had reported that intelligence led them to Belfield on Saturday as they searched for Dawkins. While there, they discovered 2 men in possession of her Toyota Wish motorcar. A shootout reportedly ensued and a man was killed and a firearm seized during the operation. Road manager freed of gun charge. Reggae road manager Kabir Thompson, who is from Greater Portmore in St. Catherine, has been freed of a charge of illegal possession of a firearm. The court dismissed the case because there was no evidence to prove that he was in possession of the weapon. The allegations were that about 6 a.m. on the 7th of October 2015, the police went to Thompson's house to conduct a search. It was alleged that Thompson, who was inside the house, allegedly threw a firearm through a grill to the back of the premises. Thompson had denied the allegations. He called witnesses to support his defense that it was while he was at the front of the house that a policeman showed him a firearm and accused him of throwing it outside. Under cross-examination by attorney at law Everton Bird, who represented Thompson, police witnesses said the firearm was not tested for fingerprints. Bird suggested to the witnesses that the reason no fingerprint evidence was produced was that Thompson had no firearm in his possession. The judge in freeing Thompson last week in the gun court said he found himself in doubt at the end of the case. The judge said he had to resolve the doubt in Thompson's favor. AK-47 rifle found on the chicken coop. The police say they have seized an AK-47 assault rifle on Smith Lane in Kingston on Tuesday. The illegal weapon was reportedly found hidden under a chicken coop. Reports from the Kingston Central Police are that about 11 a.m. cops were in the area when a premises was searched and the weapon found. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. Investigations continues.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And remember to share the video with your friends and family. And browse the channel for more quality content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them!